welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope everyone has been having a great week thus far. We made it to the weekend, so I can't even complain. I'm so happy it's the weekend. And, who can complain about that, right? Like, we got a few days to ourselves, so I'm so happy and thankful for that. I want to thank everyone for tuning back into my channel. And I also want to give a quick shout out to all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and checking out my videos. I've received so many comments and feedback, so I want to thank you all so much. And before I get started, for any new people that may be checking out this video, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and turn on your post notification bell so that you'll always be notified when I post a new video. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and jump into this video. So as you read by the title, today we're going to be talking about how it is to have children that are close around the same age, and how it is raising them and them growing up together. So I have gotten asked a lot of questions about this before, because people are always like, oh well, how is it like having them so close in age? And guys, I'm gonna tell you, like, it's honestly a wonderful thing. Now, it wasn't always wonderful, because especially it wasn't always wonderful simply because when my daughter was born, my son had just turned 1 year old. Now, some of you may know this already, but for those of you who don't, I do have two children. My son is 5 and my daughter is 4. So they're 13 months apart exactly. His birthday is in March and her birthday is in May. So, is that 13? Well, almost 14 months apart. So they, when I found out actually that I was having a girl, when I found out I was having a girl, he was 8 months old. So I was about 4, maybe almost 5 months when I found out. So when she was actually born, he had just turned 1 in March, 1 year old. Now, as some of you already know, when your child is 1, they're still like whining. At that age, sometimes they're still whining, they're still crying about different things. Like, they're still, kind of like, they're not an infant, but, they're transitioning into being a toddler. So, what I'm saying? They're still going to do like the little, infant things. Sometimes they'll whine a lot about things, and, they'll cry, or, and by him being so young at the time, when I had her, it was like, I had to figure out quickly how to, like, okay, make sure, because, when you have a new baby, like, you have to give, your new baby a lot of your time, especially if you're breastfeeding. You have to give your new baby, like, a lot of your time, because they have more needs than, not saying that your other child doesn't have needs, but, with this child, you have to constantly breastfeed them, constantly have to, rock them to sleep or whatever, because, especially when they're a newborn. So, I had to figure out quickly. Hold on, sounds like they're fighting. Hey, I'm back. You know how kids can be. But anywho, so yes. So when I first had my daughter, I had to, make sure that I was able to, like, I gave them both equal time, because I didn't want my son to get jealous and, start feeling away, or, feel like I'm not showing him enough care and love. So, it was really difficult at first trying to get into the swing of things, and especially like still being like kind of a new mom, and then now being pregnant again, and then like having another child. And, I had both of my kids by C-section. So, but with my son, it was an emergency C-section. But, with my daughter, I also had, a C-section. So, it was very difficult having a new baby, trying to recover from, another C-section, because my body technically didn't heal. I mean, it technically, it healed, but, they always say like they would rather when you have like a child that you wait like 18 months, I think it is. So, my son was only about 8 months. Was he? Yeah, he was about 8 months, and then I was pregnant again. So, then he just turned 1 in March, and then in May I had my daughter. She was born. So, it was definitely very, very difficult at first, trying to go through the recovery process of having a C-section and then caring for a newborn, and, I definitely had, lots of help and support. So, but, it was definitely difficult. So, that is something that definitely made it difficult at first. And then, as, my daughter started getting older and she started, getting into months old, like 5, 6 months old, she started sitting up and crawling and things like that, it started to get a little easier. Just a little easier. Just because, I can give them both the same, like, amount of attention, so I didn't have to, like, tend to her as much, even though I still had to because I had to change her diaper, stuff like that. But, he wanted to become more involved. He wanted to become more, my son, rather. My son wanted to become more involved with his sister. So he, like, would, like, go get the diaper or go get get the wipes. And he would try to help make her bottle, because I did breastfeed her, but as she got older, I didn't want her teeth, I didn't want to feel her teeth, so I started pumping and, storing it. So as, excuse me, as he got older, he did want to help, and he wanted to, help make her bottle. And then, he even would try to, like, give her a pacifier, and, like, he got to the point where, he loved having a sibling, and as they, continue to get older and older, it's like so amazing to see, like, their relationship and to watch them grow up. It was amazing to see them grow up together, basically. And, like, now, like, they're super close. I mean, they still argue, of course, as siblings do. They still fight, but they're, like, super close. Like, they're overprotective of each other, and that's just how they are. Like, they love each other. So and I'll include some pictures of them at the end of the video, so you can see how close they are. But they're definitely very close, and it's just amazing to watch them grow up together, and experience some of the same things. Every time we go out, literally, people are always like, oh, like, are they twins? Because they look alike, and they're basically kind of almost the same height. But, yeah, like, people always ask that, like, are they twins? And I'm like, no, they're not, but, they're definitely very close. And so I would say raising kids that are close around the same age it's been wonderful. And, I would say to, any new moms out there that, maybe, have a child already and they're pregnant now, and maybe the child's going to be like, a year apart or whatever, or a little bit over a year apart. Like, you can do it. It's going to seem hard at first, because it definitely was hard for me at first, but you'll definitely be able to handle it. I know it's going to seem like a lot at first, having to, because you're probably thinking like, oh, OMG, like, I already have one child that's still young, and now I'm pregnant, about to have another one, like, like, OMG, like, it's so difficult. But you'll be able to do it, like, that's, like, moms, we're pretty much, like, we're superwomen, okay? Because I've seen so many strong women and strong mothers out there, so we're superwomen at the end of the day. And, even if there are, any women out there, that are thinking about, having children, and they kind of want their kids to be close together, you can do it too. So don't feel scared that it's going to be, like, so difficult. I mean, nothing is really easy at the end of the day. Nothing is easy. You know, you're going to have obstacles. And, you know, being a parent in general isn't easy. So, but I definitely love their relationship, and I love how they are with each other. I love that they always have each other's backs. And it's super funny to see when they argue. Like, it's hilarious, honestly. Because my son, he thinks he's like the boss over her, and you know, he thinks that he can control her, and he always be trying to tell her what to do, and she be looking at him like he's crazy. So it's really funny, and you know, it's just a journey, and I'm so excited. I'm so ready to continue to see them grow. Like, you know, they're only getting older, so it's truly wonderful. So I hope that all answered your question and gave you some insight. You know, if you're thinking about having another child and you already have a young child, or if you're just, you know, if you don't even have any kids yet and you're thinking about in the future that you want your children to be close in age, then go for it. Okay. If that's what you feel you want to do, then go for it. You know. Like I said, I'm definitely thankful. I mean, the only thing that I might say is like, oh, you know, I wish I would have waited longer just because of my body healing, per se, you know, and giving that time in between. But as far as just like having children around the same age, like, it's a blast. It's wonderful. So, and it's just wonderful to see their relationship. So, I hope that, like I said, I hope that answered your question, answered some of you guys' questions, and I hope it gave you some insight. I'm going to go ahead and go. So, if you haven't already, please make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. And, you know, give this video a thumbs up. And, you know, if you are thinking about having kids close to age in the future, comment below and tell me your thoughts on how you're feeling about it. Or if you're already experiencing this right now, or maybe you're about to experience it, you know, leave a comment. And leave a comment on your opinions, your thoughts on it all. And I will see you guys in the next video. So I hope everyone has a great and safe weekend. I hope everyone has, you know, a good Father's Day. And I hope everyone enjoys. And stay tuned, because you're going to see a few pictures of my children just to see how they are together. Okay? So stay tuned, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.